Good morning, everybody. It is Friday. I am almost down to Corpus Christi to drop this tanker, and then unless they have something for me, I am going to be bobtailing to El Paso. In this update, I just want to let you know they did not do the cesarean section, so her blood pressure had come down initially, and then it actually stayed down through most of the day yesterday. And then last night her blood pressure shot back up, and now the doctor wants to reassess her again this morning. As I'm sure you know, the longer the baby stays inside of her, the better it is for the baby. We had a pretty good scare last night with some things that happened. I don't know, what you understand or believe about telepathic communication, but if you understand anything about the extraterrestrials, you know that they communicate telepathically. Human beings are also telepathic. Just most people don't know how to access that or use it. And I think I said this in an earlier video. I'm pretty new to all this stuff, so I really didn't believe in telepathy until actually Annie Getchman is the one who proved to me that it works, and that you can communicate with them and actually each other. Well, when Jenny first went into the hospital, of course, we found out the blood pressure and this and that. I mean, I do my meditations at night and everything, and during my meditations, I was asking for help for her and everything. I always pray to God first. I think I said that in another video. I pray to God for help, and then, of course, I try to communicate with them, and we've had, some success doing that. The big thing that happened last night, which I want to post this morning, is Joe Lewis, who you may know is an author, and he's spoken at some of the conferences and stuff, he's the one who did my regressions and stuff, but he was one of the ones that told me that, human beings are telepathic, and that we can actually communicate with each other telepathically. Barbara Lamb has also talked about that, and of course Annie has too, because Annie Getchman has been guiding me through a lot of this. So anyway, I have been doing my meditations, and so I got a call, a text message from Joel Lewis asking if everything was all right. And it just, first of all, that floored me. I was like, whoa, okay. So he must have got some sort of message telling him that something is wrong. Because I haven't told anybody, unless, of course, he happened to see the YouTube videos we've been posting. That's a possibility. Somehow he got the message that something was wrong and that he needed to get in touch with me. So we talked for a few minutes, and he really had to go because he had people over at his house, but he said he wants, to talk to me today. So I'll be calling him a little later. Right after I got off the phone, I said, you know what? I really need to get hold of Annie. And so I called Annie, and the first thing, Annie says, hello? She said, hello, Robert. And I said, hi. She said, did Jenny have the baby? Now, nobody's told anyone that Jenny has been in the hospital. We have not mentioned a word other than, through the YouTube videos. And I said, excuse me? And she says, did Jenny have the baby? And I'm like, how did you know? And she said, well, I got this feeling that she was going to have the baby early. I said, well, okay, no, she didn't have the baby, but how did you even know that was an issue? And she said, well, I received, a telepathic message that something, very serious is going on with Jenny, and that I needed to get hold of you, so I'm glad you called. She said, because I was either going to call you tonight or in the morning. And I'm like, holy cow, okay. Well, let me tell you what's going on. So I explained to her what was going on, and told her that yeah, they're talking about doing a C-section and taking the baby out. I said, of course, we want them to keep the baby, and as long as it is safe for Jenny and the baby, as long as they can keep the baby in there, because the longer the baby's in the womb, of course, the more time it has to develop and the less problems and stuff. So Annie and I talked for a little bit, and I'll be calling her again today. She was actually on her way to dinner, but felt that it was urgent enough that we talked. Which of course it was. So we talked, and I'm supposed to be getting hold of her again today. The only one I haven't heard from is Barbara Lamb, and I may call her because same thing. I wound up calling Annie, but she was going to call me. She said she felt the urgency to call me that something was going wrong. So like I say, you don't believe in telepathic communication, and you don't believe that we can communicate with each other that way. I didn't believe that either before, and I'm learning quite quickly that yes, we can, and it's really not that hard to communicate that way. I'm actually finding out that it's easier and easier. It's just meditation with a focus on trying to get a message to someone. And if you do meditation, then you're already there to where you can communicate telepathically. The other thing that happened last night, and Jenny will be talking about this when she posts the next video. Now that we got it all figured out with the GoPro, she figured it out, and she got the video up. So you might want to check out that video. It shows the bumps and stuff on her leg that she has, and the blisters on her tongue. But the other thing that happened was I begged and pleaded with the extraterrestrials last night to please come and stay with her last night, because with the feelings that she's had and the dreams about her dying during childbirth, I really felt that I wanted someone watching over her. Now my brother-in-law is there, but I wanted one of them to please come. Now she had no idea that I was asking for this in my meditation, or even doing my meditation. And all of a sudden she texted me, and I'm going to try to do a screen cap of that and put that up on the Facebook page as soon as we get that worked out. We're having problems with getting pictures up on the Facebook page. We're not the most technologically advanced people, so we're still trying to figure all this out. But for some reason, we can't access the Facebook page. So we're thinking maybe we got something wrong with the password or the sign-on or something, but we can't figure that out yet. But anyway, as I'm doing my meditation, I'm just about finished up, and I did a guided meditation. You can find them on YouTube. Just type in binaural beats meditations for what. Okay, the video had actually cut off earlier. Turn that camera just a little bit. What I was trying to say, if you do your meditations, I like using the ones with binaural beats, I do the meditations, and what I did was I was doing my meditation. I was trying to get, of course, messages to the people who have been helping us, like say Joel Knowles, Annie Getchman, and Barbara Lamb, and I was trying to also make contact with the extraterrestrials. And what happened was, as I was finishing up the meditation, I heard the text message bling on my phone, and I said, as soon as I finished up, I said, oh, let me check it. And Jenny had actually texted me and told me that she saw a flash of light over her head, and she saw one of the extraterrestrials standing next to her. And once again, she had no idea I was doing the meditation, and she didn't know that I was asking them to come and stay with her. So the tall gray that was there actually stayed with her throughout the night, mostly beside the bed. was there up until this morning, and then she said he's not there now. Well, that's good. I mean, I really want to thank them for coming and watching over her, and I'm going to ask them to please come tonight too, because I'm not going to make it. I still got about 320 something miles to El Paso, and so I'm just not going to make it. I only have 4 hours left on my 11, which is the legal amount we can drive throughout the day, and I just don't want to drive illegally to get there unless they are going to go ahead and do the C-section. Now, her blood pressure was back up, and they've been working all day to get it down because the doctor said that, you know, he doesn't want to take the baby out before 34 weeks, and he doesn't want to wait till after the 34 weeks. But we just got to get her to the 34 weeks. Now, she's about a week and a couple of days away from that 34 weeks. I guess that's the magic number. But anyway, so they're trying everything to wait because the baby has a better chance of surviving if it makes it to that 34 weeks. So they're hoping they don't have to take the baby. Now, the other thing they said was they're trying to decide which way to take the baby, whether to do the cesarean or to go ahead and induce labor. And so I didn't know they could induce labor that early in the game, but okay, you know, they're the doctors, they know, of course. So they're either going to induce labor or do the cesarean to get the baby out. So it's one or the other. And like I say, the doctor checked on her this morning and said he wanted to bump the dosage of the blood pressure medicine back up because they had reduced it, hoping she would be able to keep it down with the reduced amount of medicine, because obviously the least amount of medicine she has in her body, the better for the baby. But once they did, like I say, it went back up, and so they increased the dosage again, and he's going to check again on her tonight. So we'll know more. Like I say, I will be in El Paso tomorrow morning. So I wish I could make it today. I'm trying, but it's just not enough hours. I'll update you again tomorrow. Okay, hey everybody, I just want to post another quick update. The doctors decided to go ahead and induce labor, and so I'm about 60 miles out. They gave her the intervaginal pill, and she will probably be giving birth sometime in the morning. You know, they say it'll take some time, so I've got time to get there. So I decided to go ahead and use personal conveyance to get home instead of stopping in Van Horn like I was going to. I was going to stop last night in Van Horn. I mean, tonight in Van Horn and then drive in the morning. So I am about 60 miles outside of El Paso, and I'm trying to get there as fast as I can, of course, to be with her. So they're not going to do a C-section. They're actually going to do a natural birth. So I will update you as soon as I can. All right, Jenny just texted me and just now and said that there's the baby's heartbeat, so she must have recorded it on her phone. And I'll have that, of course, posted up on the Facebook page if we ever get that worked out. But, all right, we'll update you soon.